All right, let's jump in.
Let's do it.
Both feet.
Hopefully it's not too high.
Yes. Would you rather be the best player on the worst team or worst player on the best team?
It's a trick question.
I think I've done both. I was definitely the worst player on the best team when we played volleyball in high school. And then I was the best player on the worst team when I played soccer. The coach's son played for years and years, and I was playing midfielder. Always passing. Pass to Steven. So
A little resentment.
Yeah, I was
a
going to say.
a little bit. And so I was always passing to Steven. And then Steven moved on up, and I was in junior high. I was junior high soccer with the YMCA in San Jacinto YMCA in Deer Park. And do the dance. Anyway, Steven graduated up on high school, so I was the oldest and best player on the team, and I wasn't that great. But I did score. I moved up to striker, and the people were like, pass to Lee. I'm like, why? I don't know how to. I mean, I spent my whole time passing to Steven. And so the final year, I'm like, I scored like 2 goals, and that was it.
Just got to change your mind. Pass to the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to start passing the goal. That's a good idea.
Yeah,
I should have done that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You're using words I don't know. Striker and I'm not a soccer guy, so yeah.
Okay.
He's not really any sport guy.
Not really, no.
Well,
I think
I understand that.
I think there's benefits to both. Being the best player on the worst team is kind of like if you're that person who just wants the 15 minutes of fame, you'll get it because you're like the best person.
Well, you think about J.J. Watts, the poor guy of the Texans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
It's like he's the best player on the team, and he's scoring more than the whole stinking offense in some seasons. And it's just so sad. It's like you're watching it.
You want better for him.
Yeah, you want better for him.
Yeah, that's true.
I think I mean, all the sports I've played, I think I would choose being the worst player on the best team. Because the reason why that's so good is that even if you're the best player on the worst team, you're still going to lose because it takes a team to win. If you're the worst player on the best team,
You still get a ring.
you still get a ring.
Yeah.
You still get to party, bro.
Yeah,
you still get to be there and enjoy the ride. You know, you support. You recognize you're the worst, and you're just like, you know what? I'm just going to pick up these pom-poms. You know what I mean? Let's go, guys.
water boy you have.
I'll be the
Best
support.
water boy you got. Yeah.
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 I think for me, it's the worst player on the best team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've been the worst player on a mediocre team, which
Yeah.
neither was
that's
fun.
just a team.
It's like you lose and you lose.
Yeah.
No, it'd be fun to be the worst player on the best team because again, like you get to
You still get to go to Pizza Hut, baby.
you get to revel in all the W's.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you guys did a great job,
Yeah.
and they're like, you did too because you're on the team, and we're like, we'll just go with that.
Yeah. Mine is conditional. If
Of course.
if I am the best player on the worst team, like I still need it to be like it would have to be I am like a great player, not like my skill,
Yeah.
and then they're worse than me,
Yep.
because then that like compounds how bad that team actually is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if just as is, I would want to be the worst player on the best team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just for the
That's the way to
experience
go,
of it.
yeah.
I think that's the way to go.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, be there, support people.
That's a pretty safe answer.
I think it's a safe answer.
It
yeah.
is. Imagine that third string kicker sitting on the Cowboys right now, just like,
Yep.
yeah.
He's still collecting a check.
This is nice.
The Cowboys are good.
I didn't say that.
Oh, okay.
No, he said.
Hey, let's put
Any
it this
professional
way.
third string
Professional,
kicker.
yeah. Professional, right? You're still
Yeah.
getting paid. You're
Sure.
still making that dough.
All right. Well, with that,
Yep.
welcome to the podcast.
Crunchy leaves, a nip in the air, and the world changes colors. The holiday season begins as we smell cinnamon and pumpkin pie. For many, this is the best time of the year. On this episode, y'all, we fall in love with fall.
I feel like we need like the crackling of a fire right
yeah.
now.
Dude, yeah.
That should have been in there while you were
Yeah.
talking. Like
Yep.
it just
Crackling. Oh,
Snuggle in a warm blanket.
yeah.
All right.
okay.
The
So
fall is awesome.
we're in fall.
Yes.
we are in it. We're Texas fall at this point.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sure.
You know,
It's not triple digits anymore.
no, no.
Thank
The highs in the 70s.
I could see my breath this morning when I went out to have coffee.
Yeah.
So, you know, it was nice. Yeah.
Lows in the 40s last night. It was
Yeah.
crazy.
It was
awesome.
Yeah.
delightful.
Very
Turn the
excited.
AC off.
I know this is like a random note, but I'm at the season where I can let my dogs outside for a while now.
So Raymond
Wait, are
is
you
the one
talking
who
about
let the
your
dogs
feet?
out.
Or your actually?
Both, yes. Nah, in the summer, dude, it's so hot. Like I can't let my dogs outside for any long period of time. They get
They
dehydrated.
sweat and they stink.
Yeah, and they start stinking. But now, like today, they've just been chilling outside all day, having
Go
fun.
hang out, play.
You know.
Yeah.
So I love the fall. Everything about it. You don't have to mow as often. Like, it starts.
Yeah,
getting-
especially since the heat from the summer killed my.
I know.
Yeah,
There's
no doubt.
nothing left. So.
All right. So on
Yeah.
that note,
We brought it back.
what's your favorite thing about fall?
What's my favorite thing about
Yeah,
fall?
top thing.
Oh man. Okay, top thing. I want to answer this just to get it out of the way because it's a cliche one, but I love family time, and fall usually has the most opportunities to have family time with like,
Okay.
Thanksgiving and all that stuff. So I love that because I'm a people person. I
Yeah.
always like gathering. But the other thing that always comes with fall that hypes me up is pecan pie. I love pecan pie. I say that like it's exciting about fall. It's everywhere during fall. But you can ask Jason, like I eat pecan pie on the regular. If I go to a barbecue place and they have it on the menu, you better believe I'm
Yeah.
getting some pecan pie.
One of the biggest things I miss about
Oh, yeah?
having to no sugar is
Oh.
pecan pie. Fortunately, I have friends at the Royers
Uh-huh.
who own Royers Pie Place in
Oh, okay.
Round Top. They brought me a slice of sugar-free pecan pie.
Dude, that's awesome.
It was, I mean, it wasn't,
The same, but
but it was not bad. It was good. So, yeah, I feel you.
yeah, that's cool. I have terrible taste buds, so I can drink any like
Yeah.
diet stuff, all that. Other people that I've known, they'll drink and be like, "Oh, it tastes terrible." I'm like, "Hey, it's whatever. I don't mind."
Well, and when you have to,
Yeah, when you have to, you got to. It's better than nothing.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
What
All
about you?
right. Everybody else gets to answer now.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Favorite
Yeah,
thing
that's how this works here,
about
guys.
Thank you, Mr. Segway.
I'm just giving up at this point. I'm done.
He's like, it's your turn now.
Yeah.
Speaking of change,
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
changing.
Oh,
that's my
stepping
favorite
in.
thing about fall. is the
stepping in.
change.
The change.
Okay. The change.
Wait, the
yeah.
change of time?
No,
Or
it's
just change of everything.
It actually starts to feel cooler. I'm a hot natured, I guess, for lack of better words. It's always hot. It's always hot. I'm the guy that's like, I've got one sheet and 3 fans blowing on me while my wife is like
Yep.
18 layers of blankets, and you know, this is finally getting to the temperature where everything
the
is.
window at night.
Oh man!
So what you're
it's-
saying is you like climate change.
because it is natural. Yes, I do. I like the change. I like the change. It just starts to feel different, and then like it's the segue to all of the holidays that are coming our way.
I love that too.
So I like that. I like that as well. The changes aren't as drastic here as any other place I lived, because our summer, for lack of better words, is 10 months of the year, and then fall and Christmas seems to be all. Fall and winter seems to be all squished into the last 2 months.
yeah, we
Sporadically.
don't get it. We don't get a lot of that here, but when
Yeah.
we do have it's good.
Like I think about my mom. She loves the change of the leaves, and so anytime we're at a place, or she's in a place where like the scenery begins to change, all different colors, she like sends us
Yeah.
pictures and stuff like that. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh man.
Yeah, my sister
yes.
lives in Maine, and so we
Oh,
always get
I imagine that's amazing.
pictures from them. It's
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Yeah, you actually see every color change. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really awesome.
I used to live up in New York. It was the same experience.
The Texas Hill Country has a taste of that too.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
true.
You do get it here. It's just a lot faster. I mean, it's
Yeah,
it's
for
very
sure.
quick. We don't it doesn't feel like a season. It feels like a week.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
no doubt about that.
But yeah, there is something about I get there's an excitement that's like building with
Yes.
the
Yeah.
fall season, like to all the things, and then once you get past that, then it's like, oh, summer.
Which is so funny because when we went to Alaska, all the native Alaskans were like, it's the opposite for them. It's just like they're like summer. Yes.
Can imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My wife always says she thinks she has seasonal depression, but it's in reverse. like because it's so hot here, we just don't go outside. So
Yeah,
like, she's like
I can
depressed
see
through the
that,
summer,
yeah.
and then
Yeah.
like fall's like, yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
That makes perfect
Sit
sense.
outside by
does.
the fire pit.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know.
To cool off.
yeah.
In the summer, you're starting to fire
That's
just to
right.
cool off. Oh my
Cool down a
goodness.
little bit, yeah.
The heat cancels each other out.
Yeah.
I wish.
Let's see. Favorite part of fall for me, probably be, I think I just like the cool down. Like I like that it is cool, and like last night, you already mentioned it got down like in the 40s.
Yeah.
And our bedroom is separate from like all of the kids' bedrooms and
Yeah.
whatever, and we're on the bottom floor, they're on the top floor. And we can close our door, and so I opened a window and like had to
Nice.
have to have the screen though because mosquitoes are still
Oh
yeah.
gosh, which is
like
crazy. Yeah.
But
They're waiting
yeah,
for
just
cooler
opened the window and
temperatures as well.
slept in 40 degrees and was like, it's magnificent. So
Yeah.
it's probably my favorite. Just that change of weather of actually being able to
Yeah.
be outside and enjoy it. Yeah.
For sure. Oh, yeah, I guess for me it is it seems like all summer long we're struggling with what do we do as a family? Like what is there to do? And then it's like, well, we could go do this, and it's like, yeah, but it's 105 degrees outside.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It's like we could go do this. Yeah, but it's hot. And so this past weekend, we as a family, like we went to Galveston, and it was amazing. Like we went to a Galveston historical naval history museum, and we're outside climbing around on a destroyer, and it was like, this is a lot of fun, and it was cool, and it wasn't, it was like, wow,
You're not sweating like crazy the
No.
whole time. Yeah.
I know.
no, it was amazing. And then I told my wife, I was like, can you imagine coming to this during the summer?
No.
And she was like, oh, no.
Yeah, it's
and I was
brutal.
like, yeah, then give me a break. I mean, we climbed down in a submarine, and so there's no AC in the submarine. But, I mean, even with that, like, it wasn't bad. It was like, oh, okay, this isn't bad. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think, I agree with the cool down, and but also just the fact that enables us as a family to go out and do stuff.
Yeah.
And makes the life, a little bit more interesting.
Tolerable.
Tolerable.
Yeah.
Good word. Good word.
Yeah. Well, I think that kind of leads to the next thing. I mean,
Yeah.
we have our favorite thing about fall, but what's your favorite family tradition around fall? Right. Listen. Your best memory of fall. We just did favorite. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think mine is similar to like the first thing I said. My favorite like memory of fall is just always the family stuff we did.
Getting adopted.
Wait, what?
That's a whole different
what?
episode.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
That's,
He wasn't adopted.
Yeah,
people. It was a
the
joke.
episode
It was a
where
joke.
Raymond finds out. I'm just kidding.
yeah.
No.
And we have them coming. No.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, that's a big twist.
No, I love like the hangout times. Like one of my all-time favorite things growing up, we've always had a adults versus the kids volleyball tournament at our Thanksgiving gatherings, and that's been something I look forward to. And now it's just getting to the point where everyone's old enough to where we don't want to play. It's just we're too tired, and so now we're waiting for the next generation. All of us that have kids, we're
Yeah,
like, all right,
we're
y'all
gonna
get
grow
older
up."
so we can start playing, And so we still do it, but it's not what it used to look like, And I still enjoy it quite a lot. But anytime we do family gatherings, like fall festivals and stuff, I love those. Fall festivals are probably one of my favorite things to go to, and I don't get that opportunity anymore as an adult. For some reason, they were all the time when I was a kid. They're just, you go somewhere and you see people with leaves and hay and bobbing for apples, and there's like games and candy.
Yeah.
I remember a local church one time in Clute brought in a Christian wrestling group. So they had a whole wrestle ring.
I remember that.
In the front of the church, and there's literally a full-on like WWE wrestling match happening in the front of the church while people are just like bobbing for apples and listening to fall music and getting some guy
Interesting.
getting slammed with a chair.
I want
So-
to.
That's fun.
I want to be in that room when they're like, you know what my spiritual gift is?
Yeah, wrestling.
Wrestling.
I know. Yeah. It was amazing. So the cool thing, I mean, it was cheesy, but at the same time, it's so cool is that, you have this amazing wrestling match happening, but then afterwards, the guy who just whooped the heck out of the other dude stands up, grabs a mic. You think he's about to trash talk like you usually see. And no, he's like, you want to know why I have this strength? and he goes on for like a 20-minute gospel presentation.
Yeah.
He preaches. It was crazy. And I was like, dude, like, there are
Yeah.
literally people in costumes getting candy around me right now.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But yeah, those are
Awesome.
definitely my favorite
It's a
memories.
fun memory. Yeah.
Man, I mine's around family as well. When I think about like what's the favorite memory of fall, I think we used to go to my mom's parents every year for Thanksgiving. Like, so all of that side of the family would come over to my grandparents' house.
Is this
in
Arkansas?
No, Arizona.
Arizona.
So
my
it was
bad,
up in the mountains,
Yeah.
on the way to Flagstaff, and man, so they had a property that was right on the river, and there was the house, and then it sloped down, and then it sloped down and sloped down, and then while all of the older folks are in the house enjoying whatever they do, all of the cousins are in the backyard having a dirt clod war.
Oh, wow.
It's like those are the
awesome.
things
How
that we
old were
did.
you at this
I don't
point?
know. I was 4th, 5th grade.
Oh, okay.
Maybe younger. I mean, because this was every Thanksgiving, so we would it's outside,
Yeah.
smorgasbord, like the whole time we're there. Of course, we ate good food while we're inside, but just family stuff like that. And then it changed when we moved from Arizona to here, so we're over 1,000 miles from anyone we've ever known, and the tradition turned from going to a family member's house to inviting anybody else that's like us. Like, we're on an island unto ourselves when it comes to family.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we'll be your family. Come hang out with us for the. And so Thanksgiving turned into a group of people who didn't have any family nearby.
Yeah.
That all came together for a family time.
That's
awesome.
really similar to what happened with us too. Yeah.
So I liked that about the fall Thanksgiving, that area, like always surrounded by family or making those connections to make people feel like family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think my best memory of fall was, I don't remember the year, but we had gone back to Sweetwater. Jackie had family there, my wife, and I have family there. And so we're there for this particular Thanksgiving kind of, thing. And because we both have family there, we have like multiple Thanksgiving meals, and I think we ate dinner like 5 times or something.
Yeah.
But
Good times.
yeah. And it just happened that this year, like, other family had come in as well, and so there was extra family there. And my wife's family had a tradition of playing sardines,
Oh wow.
which
I
is
love that
like
game.
reverse
Hide and
hide and seek.
Yeah.
And her uncle basically owned like a block in the town. Like,
Wow.
he had all the houses in that block, and so they would play as soon as it got dark. You had the block. You could,
Holy
That's
cow.
crazy.
and so
That's
like
really
it was,
awesome.
it
It's
was
like
a fun
hours long
Oh yeah,
of a game.
and everybody played. I mean, it was really fun, and sometimes still, like, we'll get together and do stuff, and that the game of sardines will come up. So yeah, I think that was
That's
one
awesome.
of maybe best memory there. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got 3. I'm sorry, but of course, one of us had to roll that out. When I was in 5th grade, my parents went back and forth on whether we could celebrate Halloween or not. Mm-hmm. And when I was in 5th grade, they were like, we are gonna celebrate this year. I was like, cool. So I got to dress up, and somebody had a costume that fit me, and it was a penguin.
Did you walk around saying doobie doobie doobie?
It was before that. So,
okay. Oh my
but
gosh.
I was dressed up as a penguin with a top hat, and you couldn't see my face, and so nobody knew who I was. And I had a cane, and my
A
friend. No, that would have been awesome though. Friend down the street dressed up as Freddy Krueger. I know he's all of 10 years old, and so I was like, "How do you even know who Freddy Krueger is?" But anyway, so he was like, he was like, who are you? And then, like, he found out who I was, and he was cool because he's like my best friend down the street. But then we go to the school had a dance.
Oh wow.
So we
Penguin
go to the
dance.
school dance. And
Together.
I say 5th grade. It had to have been 7th grade. It had to have been 6th or 7th grade. Anyways, because it's junior high. So we go to the dance, and everybody's just acting crazy, acting a fool, and I just stand there and I stare at people, and they are freaked out. And like, I had one guy kept coming up to me like, "Who are you? Who are you?"
Imagine if he had like a voice box that made
So-
him sound like.
So what I did was I looked at him and I said, "I'm your worst nightmare." And then he just was like,
Oh my gosh.
avoided me the rest of the night. It was awesome.
Ooh, I got the shivers.
It was fun. So
Terrifying
could make a great horror movie dressed up as a penguin.
sure
Anyway,
it's been done.
I'm sure. And then Thanksgiving, of course, family time is always good. I love the fact one year my mother was like, we get together for Thanksgiving and I was just going to eat, sit around. Let's do something fun. She brought in mobile laser tag.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and we all played laser tag. My parents have 3 acres back when my mom was alive. My dad has 3 acres in Manville. And so we played laser tag, and it was a blast and had a lot of family. And then the third thing is Hallelujah Festival at Willow. Several years ago, I was able to do some magic on stage. Ooh. And that was a lot of fun. And yeah, I enjoyed that. And those are my 3 favorite fall memories. But yeah, I love fall. It's great, great season. Which brings us to our next question.
Yeah, the next one's kind of cool because we've had several things we've done every single year, and not surrounding Halloween as much. Like Halloween was something that we didn't not celebrate. Like it wasn't ever told we don't do that. It was just not interested. Like I don't know. It just most everything revolving around Halloween night or Halloween week was always like a festival. It was like a fall festival. It was never a Halloween, or we didn't even have trunk or treat back then. Like so we literally just went to churches and had parties. Like we just had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But I think the thing that we do every single year that's so much fun is my mom is known for her Jell-O jigglers. Like they're super good, and so she makes these molds. So any holiday there is, especially during the fall, because there's a lot of them, right? She has molds for that holiday, and she makes these special homemade Jell-O jiggler things in the shape of whatever.
Nice.
So in the fall, it's all fall stuff like leaves,
so
and pumpkins, and stuff like
Knox
that.
blocks,
dude, and they're awesome.
Wow.
I don't know what Knox
That's a
blocks
good
are.
name. Yeah.
That's what we call it. That's I don't know. It's like you could. There's Jell-O, and then there's the
the knots. Yeah.
it's like the gelatin. It's like it's.
Oh, I thought you said Knox blocks.
That's what I thought.
We call
too.
them Knox blocks. I don't know why.
No,
The brand is Knox.
Yeah.
The brand
I have
is-
some of it in my
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a gelatin. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's a thicker. So it's like literally like you're talking about. It stands up.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, it's really cool.
you can stack it, and I don't know.
Yeah. So
It was so good.
they're just super delicious, and so everybody who's and
Does
like
she
you
put
said,
fruit in them?
no.
Okay.
It's literally just it's like candy, gelatin candy. I mean,
Okay.
it's super good. And they're always really cold because you have to, I don't know, keep them in the fridge
Yeah.
because otherwise they get all sticky.
They
and melty.
melt.
Yeah.
They get,
But
So
I think that's the biggest thing that sticks out to me is like a tradition that's always been there, and for like every holiday too. So not just the fall.
yeah. And just to be clear, we're talking.
Oh, I know, super. Right?
What?
The counting, super good, right?
Oh,
1,
are
2,
you?
3.
No.
I saw.
We just went straight into you answering. We're talking about our favorite family fall traditions
family
here. So
tradition.
yours.
Yeah.
Is,
No, I
is
know
those,
the Jell-O jigglers, but I
Yeah.
saw Eric counting, and I'm just pointing out. I thought he
Oh.
was counting how many times I said super good.
No.
No, he's keeping track of something else.
Oh, okay. I gotta figure this
We'll
out.
find out later.
Yeah, I don't know. How many times Lee almost breaks?
Oh, is that what he's counting?
Yeah.
It's been
It's been a minute.
There's
I
been
feel
a
like
few.
I feel like our listeners are just being left out of the loop here, man.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's
messed
okay.
up.
Inside
It's
jokes.
like a SNL. You just try
like to
not
be a
to
part of
break,
one someday.
right? You just keep going.
one of these days.
I'll share
behind
mine.
the scenes.
Yeah. I'll share mine. Was it favorite fall family tradition?
Yeah.
I think mine is so the day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday, we get up early, and we usually do some kind of breakfast thing. Then we head over to a town or a couple of towns down, and there's a Christmas tree farm.
Yeah.
So you can go cut down your own tree, which we usually don't do. We did do this last year because we just had an extra tree. But we'll go and they have, like Texas fall things. So like instead of like snow, like going down a hill on snow or whatever, it's on hay. And, they've got a fire pit and
What town
hot
is this?
chocolate and Manville.
They have
Manville,
a
okay.
fire pit and a hay thing at the
I know
same time.
They live on the edge.
Where's
So
this at?
as you slide down the hay, it's also fire just chasing you.
I don't remember what the highway is.
That'd be
It's
awesome.
it's Holiday Farms.
Holiday Farms. Okay, yeah.
So
I know
it's
where you're
down
talking about.
past
yeah,
like Froberg's.
Oh, near Froberg's. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So
It's a fun place.
it is. We go every year. They always have stuff for pictures, so you can do like family pictures. We always pick one of a certain kind of tree. They don't grow here, so they have to be pre-cut and brought. But we always do that as a family. We all pick one that we want. Load it up. We always go have lunch in a different place in the area. Usually, we'll already have our ornaments picked out. We do that every year, and then we spend the day putting the tree up, decorating.
Wow.
So it's like a full day of kind of
Yeah.
getting set up for the season.
That's a long time to have a tree up, though. You'll have to be really diligent in watering, I'm guessing.
Yeah. All the trees we've gotten there have been really good. They make it a little over a month. And now when we take them out,
Yeah.
we always have the little bag that pops up over it and you wrap it so you don't drop needles everywhere. But yeah, it's usually not an issue. So yeah,
I never
think that's
even
fine.
knew that they had that available.
Oh yeah,
during that time.
It's definitely fun, but it is Black Friday. So if you do Black Friday sales,
Yeah, true.
you miss it.
Yeah.
And if you don't go like that first day or
You're missing it.
couple of days, a lot of the trees are gone. You still can cut your own. They
Yeah.
have plenty of trees to cut. But
I always
yeah.
forget, like, down here, I guess it's because we all have that anticipation of getting to the cooler weather and everything. We get excited that down here, like, Christmas starts in November. Or actually right now. It's just
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I
They
mean, if
don't
your
wait.
Hobby Lobby was back
Yeah,
in
no doubt.
July.
like May.
July.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. And so I always forget, like, I keep thinking, like, oh, it's, December, we'll get there and do all the winter stuff. But no, it's like literally right now you can start doing
Yeah, you
everything.
can, yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So that's my favorite family tradition.
Your FFFT.
Yeah. FFFT.
Favorite family. Favorite fall
Favorite
family.
fall family.
tradition. Wow.
It's a tongue twister.
Yeah.
All right. So who's next?
Favorite fall family tradition. What about you, Eric?
I thought we already-
Throwing dirt at your cousins sounded like.
Oh, no, that's got to be a favorite.
Oh yeah,
Very
what
fun.
we used to do when I was growing up. Yeah, that was fun. That was what we used to do. But like
He says, I still do it.
as the kid, no, because we don't live in Arizona anymore. As my kids grew, we would always go to Dallas for Thanksgiving, and it was a thing for us to get there to hang out, go do a Thanksgiving meal at one of the grandparents' house, and then as we sat and moaned and groaned from having eaten so much, we would pour through the paper, all the ads for Black Friday, and every year we would figure out, well, what are we going to get, and then we would go stand in line,
and get that thing. Yeah.
and the kids would have a good time and so on and so forth. So, and then we would come home, and the day we got back, we would start setting up Christmas.
Nice.
So that was cool for a lot of years. As the kids were young and growing up, it was pretty much something we did.
Have
And-
that tradition.
yeah, and
Sucks
we
that you
watched
can't do
Elf.
that anymore.
Yeah, we watched Elf when we were doing that.
Yeah.
But now we make different ones.
Yeah.
a lot of a lot of my kids are grown, and
Yeah, they took Black Friday from us.
I know, right? First
messed
it
up.
was like, hey, we got the same deals on Monday,
Yeah.
and then it was like the whole month long you can do anything online. It's the same. Yeah, it's whatever.
It's never as cheap, though.
No,
I just remember Black Friday being like, wow, that really? For that price? And now it's just kind of like, this is like the deals that we get all year. This is kind of annoying.
Yeah.
and sitting in the cold for hours on end to maybe get the thing that you were hoping to get. It's kind of fun when you look back on it, but in the moment, it's like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
And then
I getting trampled over this for a Christmas tree?
and then it was like, hey, y'all want to go do that? That's fine. I'm gonna sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, favorite fall family tradition, we used to go to my great uncle and great aunt's house in Ingleside every year. Uncle Hughes and Aunt Betty. And the whole family showed up. It was like all the extended family. I mean, it was everybody. And there would be 100 people at their house. And it was just wall-to-wall people. Everybody brought food. Everybody, shared. We sat there and played 42. The
Card
young,
game, right?
young
Dominoes.
Dominoes. Oh.
out in the front yard, all the young guys played football, and it was an awesome time just to get together, and and sadly, most of those. I mean, my Uncle Hughes has passed on. My grandmother's passed on. Like so many of those people have passed on over the years. And looking back now, it's like, oh well, And so we don't really do that way anymore. We've created new traditions and do different things. But looking back, yeah. That was my favorite family tradition because I get to see everybody. I love seeing all the extended family. Yeah, family. Yeah. And yeah. So
it's a good tradition, though. I mean,
that takes us to fall now versus.
Well, yeah.
fall back then.
We've all talked about like traditions that we've experienced when we were kids and stuff, or even like up until we were adults. But now they've kind of changed or shifted, like you mentioned. Like it's not quite the same. You have to create new traditions.
That's true.
Too.
And we do have some.
So it's like we have the idea of fall not now. Like, what do we do now? Like, what is the stuff that we enjoy? And I think for some, it's like creating a new tradition can be really exciting too, because our world is changing and new opportunities show up.
Sure.
So you can do
our kids
different
grow
stuff.
up.
Yeah. So it's kind of fun for me because now fall represents not me being a participant in fall, but me being somebody who watches my son participate in fall.
That's fun too.
Yeah.
And I love that. Like, I used to hate the pumpkin patch. Like, hate it. I was annoyed because I didn't like going. I didn't like doing the whole picture thing.
Yeah.
Like, my wife is one of those people who loves the pumpkin patch. She's like, we need to go. We need to take the dogs. Take pictures of the dogs. That whole thing. And I'm like, no, I don't. And then now it's like my son loves the pumpkin patch, and so because he loves it, I love it.
There you go.
It's that's a new tradition that I've really enjoyed. I also have my favorite picture in the entire world of my son is from the pumpkin patch, where he did a face that he looked exactly like George Bush. I don't know how, but he looks exactly like George Bush.
Senior or junior?
Junior, definitely junior.
W.
Like the moment where he messed up the phrase.
Oh yeah.
I don't know where my right hand. Oh, that's your left, sir. That whole thing.
That's funny.
Shame on me.
It's a hilarious picture.
Fool me once, shame on me.
Yeah.
Fool me twice, shame on you. Well,
Just
the
don't
point
fool
is,
me.
you're not gonna fool me again.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
Those were some good times.
sick.
Some of the best memes ever.
Yep.
And family changes. Like I'm like Lee. Our family does. It's a big thing for our family to be together.
Nice.
It's awesome.
Wow.
We lost signal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll just ignore it.
Yeah.
Go, Eric.
Pay no attention.
Yeah.
That's right.
To the screen.
Now,
This is not the screen you're looking for.
now, whoever can, we get together with my parents. My dad likes to fry turkey.
Yeah.
And that's a
Super dangerous.
Yeah.
super amazing is what
Yeah.
it is.
Oh, it
First
tastes
time he
great.
did it was decades ago, and from that point on, I'm like, I never want to have any other turkey because it's always dry.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's almost like everybody got accustomed to dry turkey on Thanksgiving. So if you try to change it, they're like, no, I want my dry turkey. I'm like,
right.
I
I think that's why I like dark meat, though, so
Yes.
much.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
it's just, Anyways.
But we all got together, and it's whoever could, because now that our family is quite large,
Yeah.
and you got I think some families are like, this is my
You know
year
what
to
the
have
problem
the
is?
kids.
It's all that
This is
fried
my year.
turkey.
Yeah.
Your family get pretty large. with
Yeah,
all that
that's
fried
funny.
Well,
Oh my God.
So families
just
are like, it's my turn to go, that direction, and their turn to go this direction. So when everybody gets together, it's a lot of fun, and we have fried turkey and play games. A lot of times we'll play croquet. Is a big deal for our family. So anytime we have a family get together, someone's backyard's getting transformed into a
Croquet.
croquet. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to play that too. I love it. That's great.
A lot of fun.
Croquette. Whatever it's called.
Yeah, just real quick for me. So back then versus now, I think you guys kind of hit the nail on the head for me too. There's this whole my kids, or at least my older kids, are at the age now where they don't dictate, but they get to add, like, hey, we want to do this, or can we do this year and add it in?
Yeah.
So some of the things that we're doing is based off them, like
That's cool.
what they want to do and what they want to be a part of and what they want to lead, and like decorating the gingerbread houses and whatever, like, oh, we want to take over that. We'll lead that. We'll get all the stuff, and
That's awesome.
so yeah, it's shifting, but it's the kids are kind of making it their own and going.
Yeah,
with
that's
it.
fun,
And
man.
So allowing, so I think that's the big thing for me, just seeing them do that. So
Yeah,
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
For me, it's getting to watch my kids play around and play on their phones.
I thought he was totally serious for a moment.
Yeah, I mean,
and he's like, I am.
Somewhat. I mean, yeah. I mean, we do stuff, but it's all low key. We're pretty.
See,
low-key.
that's cool too, because that's needed.
I mean, I really
it's a
like
rest.
the Loki series. It's
Yeah.
good,
Low-key,
but-
yeah. Season 2 is
sorry.
pretty good. Yeah, that's good.
The puns are coming in hot.
Yeah, we are.
Man.
All right. Well, that's that.
Yeah,
And here we
that
go.
was really it.
Yeah,
That's it.
I'm done.
The new tradition.
He's super low key.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I hope your kids are watching so they wake up and they're like, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't, do that. Dad looks really sad.
They don't care.
Get off your phones.
I mean, hey, even just jump on the Switch and play some Smash Brothers with them or
Hey,
something.
do that.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
fine.
Yes.
Yeah, whatever.
Fun
Yes.
tradition.
Do that.
Yeah.
It's a really fun tradition. Play Smash Bros.
Yeah.
I do that. I do that quite often if I can with some friends.
So speaking of fall traditions, make your own. Tell us about what you do.
Yeah, that's a great segue to the outro
Nice.
here. I mean, we always love just like sharing, our passions, but also just our experiences in our lives and stuff. But I think it's really cool when we get to hear from other people. And so, outside of this podcast, we'd like to hear what other people do for their traditions. Sometimes we adopt them because they're so awesome. And so we would love to hear from you. Like, what's your favorite thing about the fall season? What's your favorite memories and your traditions and stuff? What are some of the things that make your family and what you do for this season unique? We'd love to hear about it. But
Yeah.
for now,
Hey, I got a new tradition they could do.
What?
They could smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, and share it with their friends.
yeah, just like they smash those pumpkins. All right.
Oh.
All right. We'll
Nice.
see you next time on another 4THOUGHT podcast. Peace out.
Right.